Hello everyone, welcome to Mathematics Method Unit 1. This video will focus on 4E, determine the rules. Okay, so this one, we're going to use those a few examples to tell you the idea of it. So let's come, if you have a look at example 13, we have a rule, okay, so y equal to a over x plus 8. And the problem for us is we don't know the value of a, and then so to determine it we need to find the value of a so that we can find the correct hyperbola equation, which is also called hyperbola rule. Okay, so now read the example 13. The rectangular hyperbola y equal to a over x plus 8 passes through the point point -2 and 6. So when we say passing a point, that means the point, if we substitute back to the equation, it can make the equation true. Okay, so now we know for coordinate pair, usually we follow x and y. So that means my x is equal to -2. When my x is equal to -2, my y will be equal to 6 if we're coming back to this equation over here. So now what we can do is we substitute -2, 6 into equation y equal to a over x plus 8. Okay, so now substitute. So now we know this is my x, this is my y. So now y is equal to 6 over a, x is equal to -2 plus 8, and then we can solve out this equation. Okay, so now here you see the fraction a over -2, so we're gonna leave that. We see them as a whole lot. We're gonna leave that as leave it as it is for a while, and then we can move +8 to the other side. So move it to the other side, we do opposite operation, so plus a become where does it go? Okay, so move +8 to the other side, become -a, so we will have 6 minus 8 equal to a over -2. So now left hand side is -2 over a over -2. So now to find the value of a, we need to get rid of divided by -2. So do the opposite, times -2 times -2, so that we can cancel out, and then that will give me a equal to 4. Okay, so now we know the value of a is equal to 4, and then therefore my equation y will be equal to a over x. A is 4 over x plus 8, and then we have determined the rule by finding the value of a. Okay, so if we do the next problem, find the rectangular hyperbola y equal to a over x plus k. Okay, so now if we compare the first one, now you see here we have, so the first one we only need to find the value of a, but this one we need to find the value of a, and we need to find the value of k. So two unknowns, we actually need 2 points. Okay, but so if that's why your question actually gave you 2 points. One of the point is 2, 7. Another point is it is also past the point of -1 and 1. Okay, so now we're going to use the same method by substitution. So substitute 2, 7 into equation y equal to a over x plus k, and we're going to do the same thing. Substitute -1 and 1 into equation, the same equation. Okay, then what we will got over here, so y will be, so we know that is my x, that is my y, that is my x, that is y. Okay, so y for the first point, y is equal to 7, a over, when y is equal to 7, x is equal to 2 plus k. Okay, we do the same thing. For the second point, y is equal to 1 over a to the power to the x, when y equal to 1, x equal to -1 plus k. Okay, now let me rearrange it. That will give me 7 equal to a over 2 plus k, and 1 is equal to, so a over -1 can be written as -a plus k, okay? Now, so we focusing on, if I rewrite this, if I put over here, let me rewrite it over here. So 7 equal to a over 2 plus k. So that's my equation 1. 1 is equal to -a plus k. That's my equation 2. So now you see here, we have two equations, two unknown ones. So this is actually my simultaneous equation. So you're going to use the method to solve. You can either solve, you can use a substitution method or elimination method. Okay, so now I'm gonna do elimination. Okay, so now we will have, so you see here k, so I can use equation 1 take away equation 2. So on my left hand side, 7 and 1, so 7 minus 1 equal to, now let's focus on left hand side. So left hand side I'll have a over 2 and -2. So I'm going to use equation 1 minus equation 2. So equation 1, a over 2 minus, okay, equation 1 minus equation 2. Now it's minus -8. Okay, it's minus -8 plus k minus k. So first k is from equation 1, second k is from equation 2. Okay, then we will have left hand side of the equation 6 over, okay, that become, so that part will be a over 2 plus a, because that negative and the negative become positive, alright? And then k minus k is 0, so we don't write anything. And then 6 will be equal to a over 2 plus a, so that a can be rewrite as 2a over 2, because that 2 over 2 can be cancelled out, so still it's the same. So then we can add them together, it will become straight a plus straight a over 2. Okay, so solving out, the equation a will be equal to 4. Okay, so now we find the equation 4. We find a, the value of a is equal to 4. So a is equal to 4. So now we in our simultaneous equation, we know a is equal to 4. So now we can substitute a equal to 4 into my equation 1. Okay, so equation 1, 7 is equal to a over 2 plus k. I know a is equal to 4 now, so substitute a equal to 4. 7 will be equal to a equal to 4 now over 2 plus k, and then k is equal to 5, and then therefore my final equation will be a over x. A is 4 over x plus k. K is 5. That's my final answer. Okay, so let's move on. Example 14. Example 14, again, I have a rule y equal to a times square root x minus h. It passes 2 points. One is 4 and 2. And then is 4, 7, 4. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing, substitution. Okay, so substitute 4, 2 into equation y equal to a square root minus h. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, substitute 7, 4 into equation blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now if we continue, then we will get, when we substitute 4 and 2, we will got, so we know that is my x, that's my y. Okay, so now my y will be equal to 2 equal to a times square root x. X is 4 minus h. Now the second one, x and y, so I will have y equal to 4 over a times x minus h. X is 7 minus h. Okay, so now I have my equation 1, equation 2. Okay, again, two unknown, which is a and h, two equations. So again, this is a simultaneous equation. So this one, so you see here a and a. How do we get rid of that a? So what we can do is we can use 1 divided by equation 1 divided by equation 2. Okay, so focus on left hand side of these two equations. 2 over 4, so we will have 2 over 4. We're going to do the same thing on the right hand side. So everything for the equation 1 is on the numerator, a times 4 minus h. Now divided by the whole lot on my right hand side of the equation 2, so a times 7 minus square root x minus h. Okay, so now you see why we divide, because in this way we can cancel out a. Okay, then left hand side will become 1 over 2 equal to square root 4 minus h divided by square root 7 minus h. Okay, then we can do cross method. Okay, so that become 1 times square root 7 minus h equal to 2 times 4 square root 4 minus h. Alright, and then so simplify, that will give me 7 square root h equal to 2 square root 4 minus h. Okay, so to cancel out your square, now big way that when you cancel, because we know this is equation. Okay, so my left hand side is 7 square root 7 minus h. However, my right hand side is 2 times square root 4 minus h. Okay, so we know to cancel out the square root we need to do square. Okay, but you see my right hand side, the whole lot is 2 times square root 4 minus h. So when you do square in terms of in order to cancel out the square root, when you square, you need to square. So left hand side I square, but right hand side, be aware you're gonna square the whole lot, because that whole lot contributes to the right hand side. Okay, so then square root, and then now square cancel out the square root. There was 7 minus h equal to, so 4. That will be 4 square and square root 4 minus h. Okay, and then you will have 7 minus h equal to 4 times 4 minus h. Okay, and then expand the bracket, 7 minus h equal to 16 minus 4h. Okay, and then simplify, h will be equal to 3. Okay, then we know the h, and then we can find the value of and then we can come back, substitute h equal to 3 into my equation 1. Okay, so now we know equation 1 is a equal to 2 equal to a times 4 minus h. So my h is equal to 3, so now 2 is equal to a times square root 4 minus h is 3. So that give me 2 equal to a times square root 1, okay, which is 2 equal to a is equal to 2. So therefore my equation will be a is 2 square root x minus h is 3. Okay, so that's my final answer. Now come to the last one. Again, this one you will have a look. Find the equation of the circle whose center is 1 and negative 1, which passes a point 4 and 3. Okay, so if we can list all the information that we got. So it is a circle. It is a circle, and the center point is 1 and negative 1, and it also passes a point 4, 3. Okay, but where's our equation? Okay, so but we do know this is a circle. Okay, so we know the circle form of the circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k square equal to r square. Okay, so this is our equation. So we need to find h, k, and r. But hk is our center point, which is given by our problem 1 and negative 1. So we know h is equal to 1, k is equal to negative 1. Okay, so we can just substitute back to my circle equation. So that will give me, so x minus h is 1 squared plus y minus, okay, k is negative 1. K is negative 1. So k is negative 1. So 1 y minus k negative 1 square equal to r square. Okay, then I'll have x minus 1 square plus y plus 1 square equal to r square. Okay, so now we need to find the value of r. What other information we haven't used? We haven't used this 4 straight. It passes the point 4 straight. So now we can, since it passes, we can substitute. Okay, so we can substitute 4 straight into this equation. Okay, so substitute, so we know that is my x, that's my y. So then substitute back, so 4x minus 1, so that'll become x is equal to 4, so will be 4 minus 1 to the power of 2 plus y plus 1. Y, okay, so plus y plus 1. Y is straight in this case. Straight plus 1 to the power of 2 equal to r squared. Okay, so then 4 minus 1 is 3 square plus 3 plus 1 is 4 square equal to r squared. And then that will give me 25 equal to r squared. And then we know r will be equal to 5. Okay, so therefore my equation will be x minus 1 to the power of 2 plus y 1 square equal to r square. R is 5 square. Okay.